The idea for Promise Me first came from Michael. He knew he wanted to make a dialogue-heavy short film involving two characters sitting in the dark, only lit by candlelight, having some sort of fight, inspired from the scene in the 2009 movie The Road.
Why do you have to go? Why?
So with this storyline in mind, it was up to me as the writer to take this idea and connect the dots. And since this film is made up of a dialogue-driven scene, it was important that each line these two said to each other was impactful and meaningful to the story.
The first time I read the script, it was on my phone. I was sitting on a toilet, and I sobbed like a baby. And then I cleaned myself up, and I came outside, and I gave my phone to my wife, and I was like, read this. And she was like, are you okay? I was like, just read it. And then 10 minutes later, we're holding each other crying. It was horrible. Yeah. And that's why this was the project I was most interested in out of everything I've done.
So when we had the script finalized, Michael and I knew that we really wanted to focus on the execution of the dialogue. It was very important to us that we create time to focus on directing our actors. This meant we set up table reads, and it was actually Damien's idea to get together as much as we did. In the 6 weeks leading up to the film, Michael, Amanda, Damien, and I made sure to get together once a week.
Without a doubt, the most prep. Everything from an obscene amount of table reads to we went to the gun range, which is funny because handling of weapons did not feature necessarily prominently in the film, but where they did show up, it was legit.
A lot of preparation went into this film, memorizing lines, writing them down, listening to the same track over and over, and really trying to put emotion into this film. I think, with that, practice does make perfect, and in this case, we all have practiced and really have given it our best time. That's what I'm telling you. I don't want to just survive.
Another thing that we thought really brought these characters to life was the wardrobe. The first day we began shooting some exterior walking scenes in Cedar Rapids was the first time we saw these two in the outfits. Amanda with the baby bump and cargo pants, and Damien with his vest and lace-up boots. Both Michael and I were in awe because all of a sudden the characters came to life in front of us. I had a prosthetic bite that I practiced with several times leading up to filming, and it was so important that I did, because even though it wasn't perfect, the best time I did the makeup for the bite was on the day of filming that reveal in the bathroom. So that brings us to our first day of filming. Technically, Damien, Amanda, Michael, and I had gotten together before to film some exterior walking shots, but our first day of filming with our crew was set out in the woods to film the opening scene and the dream sequence.
This story means to me, I just feel it's so universal, and it's interesting, particularly now with what we're dealing with, with a global pandemic. I feel like all of us have entertained the thought of what if, so it's really interesting to get to explore that.
All right, and action.
So that brings us to day 2 of filming, the day we did the big dialogue scene. Originally, this scene was meant to take place inside of a house, but since this was just after the derecho storm, homes had become unavailable. It was Joseph who recommended to us that we use the American Legion building in his town. In the end, filming there worked out much better for the production, and we really fell in love with the look of having these two set in an abandoned building.
With Jen's character, one thing I really like about her is she's very independent. She's on the floor sleeping alone in the dark, and she's not scared, and she's still awake. And I think that if that was me, maybe that would be different.
The definition of good music is anything that makes you feel something. And I feel like that obviously extends to film, to really any art medium. I'm excited to make people cry. I'm excited for people to see this, and then when I run into them later, look me in the eye and be like, man, that was just brutal.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't want to just survive. There's no life to live.
Throughout this entire process of making the film, we really made sure to put out content promoting our movie, and along the way, we had people engaged in what we were doing, and the turnout of people watching our live premiere and asking questions was far beyond what we could have hoped.
Hello everyone, welcome to the premiere of Promise Me, an apocalyptic short film.
We are live on Facebook and here in my living room in Coraville, Iowa. And first off, we have Amanda Bean. Come on in here, Amanda. We love Amanda. And let's welcome Damien Alan Mancino, our other lead. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Michael and I are proud of this project for many reasons. We were able to focus and put effort into the things we wanted to and made sure we didn't settle. We were able to work and collaborate with amazing colleagues and friends. And we got to see our script be brought to life by two of the most talented and dedicated actors. We couldn't have chosen better people to surround ourselves with on this project, and looking back, our favorite part is making this thing with them.